So if last week's Nintendo Direct even gets more insight and news on Mario Kart 9, which is releasing in a little under 2 months, finally ending the Mario Kart 8 craze after 10 years, and coincidentally coming out the same year as Sonic's new racing game, Sonic Cross Worlds, would both have World on the title for some reason, which probably doesn't mean anything, but it's still a little strange, you know? And with that, Sonic Twitter has been going nuts lately. People arguing on which game is going to be victorious, and to that, we already have an answer. Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, developed by Sumo Digital and back in 2011, is leagues better than Mario Kart 8, Mario Kart 9, and Sonic Cross World. And that's not rage bait, I mean that full-heartedly. This game is leagues better than all of those combined. See, while Mario Kart is good for casuals and pros, Sonic and All-Stars Racing Transform, okay, hold the fuck up. We're just gonna call this Transform for the rest of the vid because I cannot just keep saying that. I have to do it every time. I have to do like 12 takes because I can't say the full title without fucking stuttering. Mario Kart is pretty simple when it comes to mechanics. You just drive, turn, get boxes, get items, and, hit enemies and get first place. Pretty simple, which is why it's good for casuals and pros. Now, on the other hand, Transformed can also be good for casuals, but with its unique drifting feature that is prevalent in almost every single Sonic game afterwards, I'm not sure if it's before. And I'm not even going to mention the obvious part, which is the Transform gimmick. Oh, you don't know what the hell that is? Okay, fine, sure. So in every race and Transform, there are sections, okay? There's a driving section, a boat section, and a flying section. So basically, you go through a ring, and your car turns into a boat, or a plane, or from a plane to a boat, or from a plane to a car to a boat. You know what I'm trying to say. Transform also features a load of tracks and Grand Prix, but the main part of it is its quote-unquote story mode. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, this is a sort of campaign which helps you unlock and progress characters. Unlock and progress characters? Are we dead ass? Unlock characters and progress, but it's not really a story. Play it off as if it's a campaign, but there's not really a story going to it. You just drive races and you race these bosses, which can be anywhere from Eggman to Danica fucking Patrick. Yeah, like the NASCAR driver? Yeah, she's in this game. That leads me to my next point. While Crossworlds and Mario Kart 9 are now prioritizing bigger rosters and adding more characters, fan favorites such as fucking Cow, Transform did this before. Now their lobbies weren't as big as the 20-something roster that Mario Kart 9 is having, sure, but the roster of fan favorite wacky ass characters is fucking amazing, okay? You get your normal typical standard Sonic characters, Sonic, Amy, Knuckles, Shadow, Tails, and Metal Sonic and Eggman. And then you go to, the other Sega franchises like the Chicken Boy, I don't know his name, Alex the Kid, some other ones. Then you go to fucking Valve, you get Team Fortress 2, Danica Patrick. Oh, and Rick and Ralph's in this game. Point is, Mario Kart can only dream of having a roster like this, seeing how Nintendo is so strict with what IPs it lets collaborate with, which mainly are just ones they own. They're kind of pulling a Disney, not gonna lie. But turning back to the campaign, the way you progress in said campaign is by getting stars, and what determines how many stars you get per race is a difficulty system, with easy being 1, medium being 2, hard being 3, and expert being 4. The game really encourages you to get good at it, as if you do every race on easy, you just can't beat it. See, there's only 58 races in this game. That being, if you do it on easy, there's only 58 stars. And there's 232 stars that are needed to even beat the game. That's a problem. Now, to that, the average person would say, okay, let me just play expert the entire game and beat the game even faster. But it actually only totals out to exactly every single race. So you have to play every single race on expert to even beat the game. Which I didn't know that because the game kind of tricks you because you don't unlock expert mode until the third part of the campaign. So you got to go back and play every race again, which is kind of artificially extending the length of the game. Because yeah, 58 races is not a lot, especially if you can only beat it on like medium or hard. Then yeah, I feel like going back is probably a good way to keep the game feeling longer. At the full playthrough of this game will run you about 3 to 6 hours, even though halfway through the game you basically gotta restart. This game also has 10 different racing types. Those being, okay, I'm just gonna speedrun these because there's a lot and they're all different. So let's go. Number 1, battle race. This race only has 5 players, which the goal in mind is to either be the first person to complete 3 laps or eliminate all of your opponents. Number 2, boost challenge. Your goal is to go through the intended amount of rings in the short amount of time. The way to extend the time limit is by drifting and pulling off boosts. Number 3, boost race. This race is just normal, except there's no items or pickup boxes, so you just gotta rely on pure skill. Number 5, drift challenge. This is like the boost challenge, but except boosting doesn't extend the time limit, only drifting, so drift. Number 6, pursuit. This one you drive alone, and there's a big fat fucking tank in front of you, and I kid you not, the whole goal is to get ammo on the side of the track and shoot this motherfucker down. Number 7, race. This is just a normal race. Item boxes and all. This is just normal. I don't know what you want me to say. Number 8, sprint. This one's just a ghost mode. You set a ghost and then you have to beat it. That's it. Number 9, traffic challenge. This one's just like the drift challenge and the boost challenge, except there's cars and a laser, and you just gotta go through the laser. And finally, number 10, the versus mode, aka the boss fight. All boss fights do in this game is just to help you unlock racers. That's it, really. You beat them, you get them. But tying back to the campaign, since this game doesn't really have a story, it also doesn't really have much of an ending. It kind of just ends, you know? Like, you go on this really big track, which is just a really big meta track. I don't even want to call this meta. It just has the game's logo all over it. The track itself is actually very complex and hard, and it being bright orange as well. I don't know how that ties in with difficulty, but yeah, it looks like a Hot Wheels track. And I will say, the boat section in this level is probably my favorite boat section in the entire game, because there's like these ramps, and if you go on every single ramp and do a whole bunch of tricks, you go insanely fast. But as soon as you get off that boat section, you're going to fall off the side of the ramp, so it really doesn't matter. Speaking of tracks, let's talk about them. The layout for all these tracks are actually amazing, just like straight beauty, and all the music to coincide with these levels are just phenomenal. Like, some of my favorites I can name off the top of my head are the Death Egg level, the one Mexican level. Ooh, that sounds racist. That sounds bad. Sunshine Shore. It is called Sunshine Shore, not the Mexican level. The point is, this track is amazing, and so is its OST. I quite literally find myself thinking about this song all the time. Editor, if you can you please like play a snippet? I don't know if it's copyrighted, but still, this is like amazing. I actually think about it like on the daily. It's bad, but hands down, the most iconic track from this game, this has been featured in every Sonic racing game besides the Riders series, is Roulette Road. Oh my god, you know it. If you're a Sonic fan, you know this. You know this. Do we know what game it comes from? Hell no. Well, I think it's Sonic 2. You know what's strange to me? I can't think of a Sonic racing game that has a Green Hill Zone level. Like, there's not one. There's Seaside Hill, which is prominent in almost all of them as well, but there's no Green Hill Zone, the most iconic Sonic location. Or Chemical Plant. What the hell are they doing now? But hands down, the worst level in this game is Dream Valley from Nights into Dreams. This level's just all in the air, and that's not really the problem, but it's a pain in my ass, dude. And the main reason I think this game is just so amazing, and every Sonic racing game is, but this one's the best, is because it's on so many types of platforms. It's on PC, it's on the PlayStation, it was on Xbox, I'm pretty sure. It was on mobile, but speaking of that, mobile port was run like utter and complete dog shit. There wasn't a campaign mode, so there wasn't really a way to get characters besides spending money. And the only character you got for free was some no-name Sega mascot. Who? So it's just, no. This port was not it. And it ran like dog. It ran like shit. I am so sorry. It ran like complete dog shit. The definitive way to play this is on Steam now. Anyways, that's going to wrap this up. I am very hopeful for Crossworlds and Mario Kart 9, but I do feel like Crossworlds is gonna lose, realistically. But none of these can beat this game. This game's fucking amazing, dude. Special thanks to all my Patreon supporters for funding this video and the editing, and also funding the world's worst kept secret, also that being my game. If you want more insight on that, look at my Twitter. Anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for this video, and I'll see you in about a month to talk about another racing game. Probably. I might talk about CTR. I don't know. Anyways, bye.